My vehicle's got a bus called.
We are Rich, Jen, Dexter and Penny, a family of 4 who loves to travel, and in this video we are taking you on our first family road trip.
Going to Scotland. So we've never been in a motorhome before and we've never really been to Scotland properly. We're going right up the west of the NC500 route, go right up to the top and right back down again. So not only is this our first ever Scotland road trip, it's also our first time ever in a motorhome. So let's see how we got on with 2 kids. Welcome to Scotland. Woo! And away we go.
Oh, the fridge's door's open.
Of course. It's a good start. 2 miles in and we need to fill up AdBlue.
How much was that?
£33. AdBlue, for anyone who's never driven a diesel, is this other thing that needs to be in the vehicle to make the diesel engine work properly. When you buy them, they do come with a nozzle. They're never very good though. It just takes forever. Oh, sound. A castle! So we've driven for a few hours and we've stopped off in a place called Moffat. We're just going to have a little walk around for an hour or so. It's only a small place.
Second apple of the day, isn't it? This might be a shortcut, maybe. What doesn't he?
Moffat Toffee. So we've just come into a really cool sort of traditional sweet shop, you know, the type of sweet shops with all of the different containers on the wall. Moffat Toffee Shop. Is this like locally made toffee?
Yes, we make it ourselves. We have our own factory.
Oh, bro.
We've been making that for 130 years now.
Oh wow.
30 years. It's cool, I can
make all
reuse
of
it.
these, all your black hot bubbles is what we make as well.
Oh wow, all these as
As
well.
well as the tablet and then fudge as well. We make
Dax is filming me doing him a pick and mix. Right, so these ones, the gummy bears.
Yeah.
Oh, they're big ones. Okay.
Yeah.
What have you got? Oh, nice. So a bit of a random one for you. In Moffat, there's a place called the Star Hotel. Thinnest detached hotel in the UK, or the thinnest hotel in the UK, in case that floats your boat. So we've just come to a tiny little fish and chip shop, just for a bag of chips to share, just to tie us over for our next stretch of the journey. Jen's just said they've got battered Mars bar. Get 2. I've never had one before, let's see how it goes.
So there's a stash of Mars bars and it's just an open bar. You ready for some?
So this is the battered Mars, but this is going to be horrendous. This will look terrible. It smells like a bag of chips, but it tastes like a Mars bar. It doesn't really taste any different. It's fine.
A warm Mars bar.
It just took ages to make.
It's like, there we go.
So we're just going through Loch Lomond now, which looks fantastic, but I've heard the roads are quite twisty and quite narrow here, and they are, even for regular roads with a car. With a motorhome, cross me fingers we're not going to pass another bus or a motorhome or a lorry or something. Yeah, it's narrow, so if you're a bit of a nervous driver, just keep that in mind. Wow. So we're in the Highlands now. It's typical sort of Scottish weather. As you can see, it looks a bit like the fjords. It's just mountains into the distance. Look at that. Yeah, that lorry wasn't in shot, but it is amazing. It's very Scottish, the weather at the minute. And I think Penny's ready for bed now. Penny just wants to be at the camp. I'm hoping it's not raining when we get to the camp, because I'd like to make sure we're connected to the electric and make sure we know where everything is.
So we've just arrived at this, well, it says bookings for Bush. Please choose your own pitch. Okay.
So we've just pulled up at the campsite. This is Inverco Caravan and Campsite, I think it's called. We've just hooked up to the electric. We've got an electric pitch. So we weren't gonna pay for a campsite. We were just gonna wing it. But after we kind of planned everything, we kind of knew exactly where we were going to be at on each day. So we were kind of thinking, let's plan something so we definitely know where we're going with the kids. sorry matey. And then if you are going to wing it, you can come to sites like this, and after 6 PM if there's availability, you can come and park up. And you don't have to pay for electric, but it just makes things easier. You can also get rid of your dirty water or grey water here and fill up on fresh water. Come on then mate, this way. So every day we're actually in Scotland. Every night we have booked a pitch, an electric pitch with an electric hookup. Like I say, we weren't going to do it, but for every night we kind of figured out where we were going to be. There is a website where you can, if you want to wing it, you can do that, and basically there's a collection of sites, although it's not higher up in Scotland, a collection of campsites which are literally pay as you go. You arrive and it's first come first served. I'll put the name of that on screen now. We were going to do that, but when you get higher up, you know, there's hardly any other sites available. If you want to just park at the side of the road in Scotland, you can do that legally if it's seen as refueling your batteries. Let's say you're on a long drive and it's the middle of the night and you need to sleep, you are legally allowed to do that. The second you get camping seats out, or a stove or a fire or anything, you are camping, you're not parking, and that is illegal. You're not allowed to do that. So if you wanted to come to Scotland and every night you don't know where you're going to be and just kind of ping about sites and wing it, you can do that. But there's a chance you turn up at a site and there's no availability. I probably shouldn't say this, but you know, you probably could just park at the side of the road. I say side of the road at proper designated lay-bys. Do not be pulling in at overtaking points or anything like that. You can probably do that, although it is risky and you probably shouldn't. You know, you should parking up like that should be reserved for emergencies. But that basically, hopefully that answers your question. If you're thinking, can I just park anywhere? Yes, you can, but within reason. It ranges between like £25 to £45 to book a pitch for the night with electric and facilities like toilet, and I think some campsites have like shops and stuff as well, which I think is pretty reasonable. Also, we've named our motorhome Ken. Then Dex named him Ken after our neighbour Ken. Penny's been a trooper today. We've done about 6.5 hours of driving with a few little stops, but I think you've been a bit out of sorts, haven't you? You don't know what's going on. Yeah, she's been a trooper. Dexter's just used to longer journeys. Me and Jen were saying I think he's used to longer journeys because Dexter was kind of born around COVID and all we could do was drive. We couldn't fly anywhere, so we just did a hell of a lot of driving. It's Jen ruining my piece to camera with her air drying.
There's a really clean toilet.
The clean toilets?
Yeah, there's even like in the toilets like little trays of sanitary towels on and everything.
Oh really? That's good, isn't it? These toilets are quite swanky, by the way. They're quite similar. So there's toilets that way. Toilets that way. They're similar to what you find in a gym, a nice gym. There's the sinks. Yeah. Very nice. Oh, showers. Shower. Check them out. Sweet, look at that. Place to get a shower, place to get changed, place to brush your teeth. There's also quite extensive baby changing facilities with a little sink. How cool is that? This is the motorhome we've got. I'll do a quick tour now. So we got this motorhome from AA Motorhome Rentals, which is based in Liverpool, just off the M62. And we're chuffed with it. I mean, it's our first time in a motorhome, so we don't really know what to expect, but this has been brilliant so far. A full kitchen. We've got an oven and a hob, gas and electrics, obviously. We've got a sink, water, you hear the water pump. Running water. And we've got a bathroom, which has got quite a clever shower setup where the sink, this tap here, also functions as a shower, and there's a little shower door.
And it's got a toilet.
And it's got a toilet. Yes, there's a shower door that comes across here, so this is a shower as well. We've also got a toilet there, which you empty out the back, really easy to do. We've got loads of storage which we've up here, which we've been using for food. Also includes, we didn't bring these were included, all plastic plates and cups and things like that. We've also got a fridge and a freezer.
Decent size as well.
Good size, yeah, and the fridge is really cold. This is just our mess. We've just thrown shoes and stuff in there, but there's loads of storage. There's actually hangers here as well, so you can hang up some clothes. The seating area, the main lounge area. I missed the beds. Let's go back to the beds. So this is the bunk beds. This is where Dex has been sleeping, or he's going to sleep. Up here there's a little net so he doesn't fall off. And there's another bed underneath here for Penny, yeah. And then we've been staying on this bed up here, which lowers down. More storage here.
And this one's filled with towels as well.
Yeah, and this one's filled with towels, so we didn't have to bring towels.
Every other bed
Oh yeah,
linen's
bedding's
included.
included as well, which is brilliant. We've got the lounge area here with all the seats, and this really flexible table which flips and rotates so you can accommodate whoever's sat here. Yeah.
We had the seat belts so
Yeah, so the seat belts as well. So we've got 2 child seats set up. I think there's 3 or 4 seat belts in total. These cushions also come off the back, and you can use these as single beds. And then you've got the cab, loads of storage up here. For bits and bobs. When it's light tomorrow, I'll do a quick tour around the motorhome and show you some of the key things you need to know in terms of waste and power and things like that, because it can be a bit overwhelming at first, but after sort of walking through it, it's not that bad. It's pretty easy to get your head around. Just go for my finger. No. Boop.
How we doing, Penny? You okay? Is that nice?
So just a quick one when it comes to remote power and plugging in with a motorhome. We just plugged in like everyone else has here and thought we're doing something wrong. Power wasn't working. Basically, the unit outside that we plugged into had tripped. I thought that might be the case, and I didn't want to mess with any of the buttons. I've just been to the owner's house and basically asked him. He came straight over and sorted it. Really, really helpful. He was over in no time. He said he'd be over in 15 minutes. He was already here when I got here.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we've got power now. By power, I mean we can use the sockets.
Yes.
Sorted. So I've just used the shower facilities. They are excellent. Really hot water. There's a hairdryer in there, place to brush your teeth. Would have been nicer if I remembered the towel though. I do not have a good track record with remembering things for showering and swimming. So I dried myself with a t-shirt. That happened. We finally got the kids to bed. We're sat on the table at the minute with the bed down. So it looks like we're very tall. Tonight's been hard work, hasn't it? Just being one thing after another. The electric didn't work, then the pizza place nearby we were going to go to closed. Then we went, oh I know, we'll throw pizza in for the kids. There's like, the pizzas we had have gone all floppy and there's nothing to put the pizza on. That's our fault, we should have brought something, but it's just got us too late now. So
But we've had showers.
And we were going to have some nice toast and crumpets. No butter.
I
Jeff got the
forgot
butter.
to
So basically Jen's having biscuits and tea, and I'm having a cheap pot noodle from Asda, which is chicken and mushroom flavour, not containing any real chicken or mushrooms. I've rigged the tablet up, so we're gonna sit and watch Only Murders in the Building because we need to catch up on it. And the bright side is, if this isn't totally rank, there's another one. And then after that, we haven't got any food.
No, we have got bits of it.
What have we got?
We've got chips. We've got cheese spread and bread.
Cheese spread and bread. By the way, we did prepare for this. Somehow we're unprepared. Oh my god. We can have cheese spread butty with chips on it.
Oof.
And then we can flatten it down so you can see your handprint in it. I know you like that with bread.
Yeah, we've got beans.
We got beans.
It will be better with butter on the bread.
I don't want to cook anything because it'll wake the kids up.
We've got pasta sauces and pasta, loads of crisps, popcorn, yogurts.
So that's all got to go tonight then.
We've got 2 apples left because Dex has had 3 today.
Dex has been eating everything.
All
Anyway.
the daily done because they've gone.
And she's going to moan about tomorrow. So that's the end of our day. Penny's awake. So the plan for today is to go and see the Jacobite train, aka the Hogwarts Express train on the Glenfinnan Viaduct. I kind of went all around the world trying to do the research for this. There's 2 different services that run. There's an afternoon service and a morning service, and it also runs different if it's in the summer months or the winter months. So we're now in the winter months in October. It runs in the morning. It leaves Fort William at 10:15 and then arrives, can't remember the name of the place, at about 12:30. Glenfinnan Viaduct viewpoint, the main one, is at the Glenfinnan Viaduct Visitor Centre. Now parking is a bit limited. I think there's 55 spaces in one car park and then 100 spaces
Basically, you've got to get there at least an hour before the train passes, which is around 10:45. We're going to arrive at about 9:30, 9:45. So I thought it might be handy if I did a quick whip around of the outside of the motorhome, not just for this motorhome, but for any other similar ones, to kind of give you an idea of what you're working with. So we've got grey water outlet, which is here. We basically pull that to release the grey water being water from dishes, water from the shower. Toilet water is different. You've also got this here, which you loosen, you unlock that and put your water in there. And next to it in this one, we have our power inlet there, where we plug in at site. In here we have some storage, which also gives you storage to the inside. There's a bed, storage under the bed. Other side storage, so we can access the bed there. In here we've got the toilet, the chemical toilet, so you just take that out and go and empty it at the chemical waste disposal. Here we've got the gas. This is the gas, so what you do with this, you have a gas tank. This is how you do your cooker. Turn the gas on, and you can use your cooker, and then turn it off when you're finished. Here we have storage for the power cable that I said plugging in before, and also the hose for filling up your fresh water. And that's about it. Yeah. So we were just about to leave, got about 50 minutes before we leave, and I spotted in the distance some people doing some wild swimming. So I'm going to see if I can squeeze it in. I mean, how cold can it be, really?
Remember, why don't ducks try to bite you?
Ducks won't bite you.
Ducks are going to bite me. I hope not, mate.
Maybe they'll just go and say hello.
Bye.
Do you reckon you could swim in there?
Maybe I'm a little bit bigger like Daddy. Daddy! I'm getting cold!
This is me view. Woo! Ooh, getting up to the waist now. Woo! This is pretty fresh. We gotta go for it. We better get it on the road. We need to go and get our place in the Glen Finnan car park. Woo! Oh, the rocks here are the worst bit. So we've arrived at the Glen Finnan Visitor Centre at 9:45. The main car park for the Visitor Centre, where there's 55 spaces, is chock-a-block, it's full. But like 20 yards further down the road, there's another car park with more spaces, and there's loads of spaces left at 9:45, like I say. And there is dedicated parking for motorhomes and caravans as well, which is where we are now, although it looks like there's about 2-3 more spaces for motorhomes here. So yeah, definitely consider that. Lots of spaces for cars, only a few for motorhomes. So we've just parked up, we're just walking towards the main viewpoint now, which is a 10-minute walk from the car park. Penny's in the carrier, and we've just seen someone in full Gryffindor uniform, haven't we? I think they're gonna hopefully try and catch the train, aren't they? I think we're, oh, there we go. There's all the people there.
All the people.
So we've just got to like the viewpoint and found our spot, and it's worth going like an extra 10-20 yards and just going a little bit higher, and we just have. And this is our view. The trees have just opened up here, big gap. I mean, that's perfect, isn't it? Look at that view. It's absolutely spot on. When you come up the main, so you walk under the bridge and you come up the main walkway, it all goes to the left. We've come to the right and there's no one here. Over there you can see through the trees, there's just, it looks like an amphitheatre. We're over here slightly to the right, it doesn't look like there's a path. I've just kind of cut through the bushes, and honestly this view we've got with just a parting in the trees to frame the train, it just looks perfect. We're as far right as anyone is. There's no one this way, and we're not far. We're 10 or 15 yards.
So
Dexter's sat waiting patiently, aren't you, little man? Yep, you're on train watch, aren't you?
We're gonna listen out for the train.
You have to listen for it and see if you can see the steam. We're gonna wave, see if Harry sees us on the train. Do you think? Do you think he'll see us? Harry and Ron. They'll probably be eating chocolate frogs, won't they? that was really cool. I know it's only like a few seconds really, but it's definitely worth it. For Harry Potter fans, it's surreal seeing it really. Obviously the Glenfinnan Viaduct was a thing well before Harry Potter, but it feels, obviously, we only know about it because of Harry Potter, so it feels like you're watching a piece of the film. It's just great. Probably worth waiting a few minutes till after everyone goes because of the sheer amount of it. I mean, it goes right up the hill there. Sheer amount of people just going out. I mean, there was no one near us, so this is all, we've just walked into this, but there's absolutely no one near us.
You do need to be careful that you don't end up on single track roads like this, like we are now. You just have to hope there's a passing place if another motorhome or, well, anything comes by. Second gear. Come on! So roads like this usually, well, they're supposed to have a little sign. I think it's a red sign saying narrow road ahead. This one didn't, basically.
So on our way to Inverness, we've just stopped off at Loch Ness, at Doris Beach, I think it's called. And as soon as you get there, parking's a bit limited and for customers only. But 450 yards up the road, there's free parking. We've just about managed to get the motorhome in. It's a very tight entrance to the car park. But yeah, we're gonna go and check it out. This is the, I think one of, if not the sort of, let's go and see if we can spot the Loch Ness Monster Beach. So we're probably gonna see a tacky souvenir shop and buy something we don't need. We won't forget where we're parked. This is the beach. This is why we came, because the view you get is all the way down, almost looks like the fjords. You can see right at the end. Where are we? We are. Let's have a little look. It says you are here, we are here. See on the map? We're stood there looking all the way down this loch here. That's what that view is, look up. You there? Should we walk along the beach and throw some stones?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So at the beach here, say beach, it's stones. There's a little park there for kids, just at the back of the beach because it's only narrow. There's also a restaurant and bar, I think there's a hotel there. There's also a little like coffee shop kiosk across the road, and there's a gift shop next to that as well. So yeah, you can easily spend an hour or two here, especially if the weather's nice. So we've just parked up on the outskirts of Inverness. Well, I say outskirts, right near the centre actually. Just around the corner from the Cathedral Park, car park I think it was called. The motorhome was too big for there. Round the corner there's just pay-as-you-go street parking, £3 for 2 hours. I don't see any problem with that. Like there's nothing that says you can't park here if you're a motorhome or anything. It's big and we're just about in the bay. But yeah, some guy I was talking to said there's a Morrison's, you go and park there, but this place here is literally round the corner, so you come out the car park, take your first left, and there's street parking there, and that's where we're parked, and it's really quiet. So we're going to go into Inverness, have a literally look around the high street, and then head towards the car park.
All the tops.
You want to do what?
We're going down all the tops.
We're going to look in all the shops, and then we're going to head towards our camp for the night. So we're just walking into Inverness now, and we've got the water that we're walking over. Look at this side. And it's kind of like a mix between, people might laugh at this, I don't know what Inverness is known for or famous for or anything, but it's a bit like Paris walking towards the Louvre, it's a bit like Ghent, it's a bit like Amsterdam. We haven't got to the centre yet, so we don't know what the actual place is like, but the walk-in's lovely. Look at that. What do you want, pink or green? Green, okay.
Welcome, enjoy your holiday.
So we've just arrived at the Ard Tower campsite, which looks like another really good one. It's quite quiet here. I'm surprised. I don't know, part of me thought campsites in general were going to be quite rowdy, but they're not. They're very, very sensible, I think is the word. Very organised, everyone's got their own space, everyone kind of keeps themselves, they're not unfriendly, but they keep themselves to themselves, which is great. And here they've got a cafe which serves pizza for in the evenings. They do a full English or full breakfast in the morning. They've got showers, laundrette, it's brilliant. And as you can hear, nice and quiet. So just in case you're looking to empty your toilet, you have to go into the chemical waste bit. You can't miss there. There it is, there's the bullseye. Lots of backboard. You twist that, you loosen that, and then you empty it. Which you don't want to watch now, but it's going in there. It's off. I haven't looked at it yet.
Ooh.
Obviously, good thing about having the motorhome is we have a proper seating area to sit. Pizza, Dexter. Boom. Movie night. Pizza.
Hobby, come.
So we're just having some breakfast. Pop goes to crumpets. And then we're going to head off to Ullapool is the first stop. It's about an hour and 15 minutes away. We're trying to basically get up to Smoo Cave. That's the plan for today. We're trying to figure out the best way to split the drive with the kids, and also just things to do, because it's kind of like, I'm sure there is things to do, but in the north of Scotland, in the middle, there seems to be a bit of a grey area where there's not much to do. It's just travel time. So we're trying to kind of, instead of going right through the middle to Smoo Cave, we're going to go around the edge up the west. And we were going to go to a cool beach, but the weather's supposed to be a bit grim today, so we're going to give that a miss. But we're going to go Ullapool, then up to Smoo Cave. But there's a few things around Smoo Cave we want to do, including a very, very cool looking hot chocolate shop. Best hot chocolate in the UK, apparently. It looks amazing. It's like at the end of the world, like in Scotland, so we're going to be travelling to that, but it looks great. Off we go. We've mentioned it many times in different videos, but this little collapsible bowl for a wash bowl for sterilising bottles is so handy. We take it abroad with us as well. Fun adult stuff. What have you got? This is Dexter stopping because he's asked to get a picture of Mummy in front of the van. Go on, jump, Mummy! So we've just come to the Ullapool Village Hall where there's a craft market on today, so we're just going to check that out. It's very windy here. It's a lot like Cornwall, the Ullapool is anyway. It's lovely. The new Broome Community Hub and Shop.
Dexter.
Dexter. I love that.
Funny wee tractor or something, doesn't it? Of 50p.
Dex has got his Kevin McAllister going on. Brownies. Anything else?
You can tell my carrot cake along.
Okay, I'll show you a carrot.
You look like Pinocchio.
You do.
You look like his little wooden puppy. So where are we? So Dex has got carrot cake. And we got a brownie. Thank you. Don't wipe it off.
Don't do that.
What have you just said to me, Jen, looking at the menu?
I don't know what any of it means.
She doesn't know what any of it means. Neither do I. That's what I thought we were going to get.
Why do we want to take 2 bites? So we brought the food back to the motorhome because it was starting to pour down. It's lovely from what I just had, the brief taste I had. It's cheesy, it's mac and cheese with a little hint of fish. Nice. This is what I thought the weather was going to be like in Scotland all the time. We're not going in there. For a death warrant, call this. So apparently this is the best hot chocolate in the UK.
There's even a sign saying the best chocolate ever or something on the door.
They look relatively unassuming.
They put like melted chocolate in it.
Is it the best hot chocolate in the UK? Have they just whacked loads of melted hot chocolate on top?
It is nice, but I think my favourite's still Venice.
Venice, I was going to mention Venice. It's nice. I just think it's like hot chocolate underneath. and lots of melted chocolate on top. Almost like putting lobster on top of mac and cheese and saying it's lobster and mac and cheese. Just two separate things put together. Yes. Smile at mommy. So we were just speaking to I think the owners of here. It's very quiet now, but it gets a queue out the door here because it's one of the must-do things on the NC500 route. It gets very busy. So we just turned up at Smooth Cave, the car park. There's toilets here, which is good, and there seems to be quite a bit of space. There's a car park up the road, but if you drive right to the cave, there's place for the motorhome. So we're gonna go in the cave now. Penny, activate Moscow mode. So we've just climbed down the steps. There's quite a lot of steps, and this is at the bottom. It's a bit wet at the minute, but basically to the left of the toilets at the car park, you have to climb down all these steps. There's quite a few. We have to go back up them in a minute, and then you'll see this bridge here, and I think that's the entrance to the cave. So we're going out. Yeah. Do you think it's over that bridge?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I got it, okay.
Yeah, should we go and check it out? So they don't allow drones here, and this has been left as a warning sign. You've been warned. Get right in the middle of the cave then. Did the Yoho song then? And then over a little bridge in the cave, and you come right through here. There's not a long walk, and then you can see the waterfall just behind me. And this is ace. Apparently, you can have boat tours here as well. But look at that. Woo! So we're just leaving Smooth Cave now. This is definitely worth visiting. I think it's just ace. I can't believe you just walk through there. You can hear the waterfall and then you see it. It's quite haunting, really. This first chamber was formed by the sea, just battering away the rocks, and then you walk through and I think it's fresh. By the way, I think that's fresh water in there. It's not seawater. It's fresh water inside, yeah. So there's the steps that you come down, you go across the bridge, and then when we go back up, you go up these steps, I think. So we're gonna go up these steps now back to the car park. Jen was just saying, and the good thing about that is the whole attraction is going in the chamber and seeing the waterfall from the car park. After those, well, basically from the car park, when you park up, you can be in and out there in 10 minutes if you wanted to be. That's how quick you can do it. It's not like a 3-hour hike. And we've been here for about half an hour, but and it's raining a little bit. It's cleared up now, but even if it was pouring down, once you get in there, you're sheltered. So yeah, it's great. Such a good payoff for so little effort.
You're a bit wet.
Yeah. We got power. So we've just got to the Sango Sands campsite. It's very wet. That's how far we are from things. And he said they've got a bar here that has soup. So I'm just going to go and check it out. I've drawn the short straw. So I've just been to the bar that was at the campsite and got some soup. We got a tomato and red pepper, and a chicken and rice, and some bread, which had to be very extensively wrapped because of the weather. So the Sango Sands facilities, the showers and the toilets are more what I expected, to be honest. More like they're like school toilets. They're not too bad. They're fine. Absolutely do the job. It's just I think we've been a bit spoiled at the other camps. They've just been absolutely pristine, like brand new, like they were built yesterday. Where we were staying last night was right on the water, right on the coast, and the wind and rain was horrendous. It was so bad. It kept us up pretty much all night. What we decided to do today is get up early. So we kind of left our camp at like 5:30 or something. Try and get a big leg of the journey out the way first, just for the kids' sake. So
Penny's had a good sleep. Hopefully get about 3 hours bashed out and start our day a bit further down because we're on our way back down south now. I didn't really feel any difference driving in the dark. It's so well lit, the roads are so organised, even on the single track road. It's really easy to drive. And this road might look a bit intimidating now because it's a single track, but there's a passing place. Yeah, I'll count it down right. Passing place. Passing place. And that's consistent all the way, pretty much like everywhere in Scotland.
It's now 8:30 in the morning. We've already got 3 hours of driving under our belt driving south, so good start to the day. So on our way into Inverness, before we go to the centre, we've actually come to something called Ness Island. When you go in Inverness, like look at pictures of Inverness, it's very much like bridges and basically I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is. But anyway, we've come here because there's something called Wynn Park and there's lots of like activities here. I think there's a miniature railway, there's a park. So we're just having a little walk around there now, it looks quite nice. If you are in a motorhome and you come into Ness Island, if you put in Wynn Park, parking, if you head towards there, as soon as you get there you'll realise that there's no motorhomes allowed, but if you follow the road around you actually come to a free council car park, which is really good. Right, so there's a miniature railway track and there's a concrete elephant. Yep. Is it flash dance? Lean back. My bottle went down. We've got a new treasure hunt where we have to go and find Penny's shoe, which is a brown boot, the same colour as the leaves. So against all odds, we found it back on the track. There it is. Do you want to pick it up, mate? Woo! Thanks, little man. So not only is this Penny's only pair of shoes for this trip, these were also Jen's when she was a baby. We made the loop back around the Ness Islands to find it.
You know, wave at your fellow motorhome. He waved at you then.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. Should have gone. I've really been enjoying waving at other motorhomers.
Here's another one.
Ready? See?
You both waved.
You both waved, you love it. Can't get enough. So on our way to Glencoe, we've just come to the Glencoe, is it the ski resort this is? The mountain resort. And we're going to go on the chairlift. As you can see, the chairlift's there, go right up the mountain. We're going to give it a go. Do it. So here we are, we're on the lift. Is it good, Dex? The chairlift. We're wrapped up because the guy said it might get a bit cold, but we've managed to all squeeze on. Babies have got to go in carriers, so Penny's in a carrier there under Jen's coat. Dex should really sit on my knee, but the guy said basically as long as we're okay with it, you can sit in between us. You don't have to pay for children under 5. Adults are £17 each, which is maybe a little bit steep, but considering it's £17, so it was like, there's the wind. What's that thing? £34 for all of us. I don't think that's that bad. It's gonna get a bit chilly here. And I think this guy must have fell off his. They've also put our backpack on the one behind us and it looks precariously close to the edge. So we just did the chairlift. That was very cold, especially when you're going up. As soon as you get to the top and it starts going round, you get battered with a wind tunnel. The baby wasn't impressed. But then we've come back down now and there's a little cafe here. But I say cafe, it does coffee, but it's proper food as well, like burger and chips. Properly, it says locally sourced meat, so I think there's supposed to be good burgers. There's fish and chips, there's chili con carne, there's toasties, chips and nuggets for the kids as well. Jack and potato. That was Jen's phone. So yeah, we're gonna have some food now. So we just pulled up at our last campsite, which is Invercoe, the first one we stayed at. We stayed at this one again. And me and Dex are just gonna go for a quick walk on the beach. It's a pebble beach.
Mummy.
A lovely rock for Mummy.
Right there.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So Dexter's been doing some of his schoolwork, haven't you, little man? Chuffed with himself. He's written Scotland. He's been practicing his letters. He's written car and he's written gone. So me and Dex are just gonna go and get some pizzas from the Red Shed Pizza, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so the Red Shed Pizza behind us, you actually order in the restaurant opposite it. So we're gonna go and order first. So that song that goes din 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 din. That behind us says slice, slice, baby.
Right. Ding, 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 ding.
You got to go. You have to go like this. Din 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 din.
Ding, 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 ding.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ding, 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 ding.
Right, Dex is gonna give me a piggyback, you ready? Go! Go!
Down cheese and up cheese.
Down cheese and what, like a high five and a low five? Pizza bum. Beep. Air pizza bum. Beep.
Quick straw. You little pigs. Come to you little pigs.
So we've had another early start today. We've set off quite early. We're on Gretna Green today. We're not really sure what's there. We know there's like a designer outlet near there, which is a bit different to what we've been doing, but we're going to do that a bit of downtime on our way home. And Gretna Green's obviously the place where you get married. We're already married, so I don't know what we're going to do there. I was just saying we should get maybe divorced on the way. Have an argument. Have an argument.
Oh really?
You hug the quilt and your breath stinks. So that's what we're doing today. So I've already talked about the roads and how easy they are to drive in Scotland. We've just hit our first like motorway and traffic of the whole trip on our way back down south, so just near Glasgow. It just kind of reminds us how easy it's been driving in Scotland. So barely any cars around, like you got the road to yourself. And Jen made a point this morning, a good point, that the roads are like pristine as well. All the roads look like they've been freshly tarmacked like a week ago. There's totally smooth roads, no potholes, plenty of places to stop, plenty of visibility things in place for driving at night.
Enough room for two cars.
Enough room for two cars, enough passing spaces. Like the vast majority of it isn't single track country roads like you get in England or Wales. They're like...
It's made for travellers.
Yeah,
like,
it's just spot on.
Yeah.
It's so easy to drive. And this motorhome is huge, but it's never been an issue driving on the road unless it's single track and two cars are coming. But in terms of being navigable, the roads, it's just so easy. So don't be intimidated by driving a motorhome. Like the roads aren't your enemy in Scotland. They're really, really easy. And then you get a motorway and traffic, which is just realities. Like we're on our way home now. Realities just come crashing back down of just congestion and people and cities, and it sucks.
So we've just arrived in Gretna Green. We've parked up at the blacksmith. If you follow the signs for the blacksmith shop, like the black and white signage, you'll see it. The specific parking for coaches and caravans. How awkward would it be if we just recreated that statue now? This one would be even more awkward. So Gretna Green's nice, but it's mostly just full of Harrods style shops, which is to say everything's tartan and overpriced. But it's nice. There's like jars of jam and Scottish themed souvenirs, and I think we're just going to get some ice cream now. The ice cream's nice. It's thick.
I know.
You snap this twice. Kenny likes it. It's nice. It's Mackey's, like the local Scottish one.
Yeah.
Rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Hats off to Jen. I'm going to use the camera, by the way. I'm not just patronising you behind. Oh, you know what? Hats off to Jen. Hats off to Jen for entertaining the kids for the whole trip. Because I've been doing the driving, but honestly, driving a motorhome, you're so preoccupied with driving on unfamiliar roads. It doesn't feel long the drive, but Jen's been entertaining the kids. Penny, not one to be in a seat and stuff. So well done, Jen. Thank you. Because Jen's just been going, I need to learn to drive a motorhome. I did the hard job. And honestly, she's right. Driving it was easy. Occupying kids, it can be tough.
So, we've done it. We're back home now. Our home's just round the corner, so 1,100 miles we've done. Scottish road trip, which we've been meaning to do for ages. What was your favourite thing?
The train.
Mine was probably the wild swimming, and
Dex loved watching that as well.
and Smooth Cave was good as well.
Yeah. It's all been really good, though,
yeah.
hasn't it? Like, it's been different.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
It's been on the cards for a while.
So that's the end of this video. Like the video if you liked it. Gay bar! We listened to Electric Six, keeping us away. Yeah, like this video if you liked it, comment if you have anything to comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Goodbye.